Thank you. Okay, we're going to get on with it today because it's cold, wet and horrible. And it's my pleasure to introduce to you, first of all, you all know him, Gary. Put your hands together.
That was actually quite a nice one from him. Right, thank you all coming out. We are soaking wet today, we know that, but it's appreciated that you're still coming out on the streets. I wanted to make one very quick mention. We know what's going on with the legal aspect of this. They've got the Court of Justice on the 25th. So please, if anyone wants to go along and support them, you can contact the Shield on their page. They're trying to lay on coach travel for anyone that wants to go along and support that. But obviously we wish them all well with their impending case hearing, and we just hope that actually does the job for the town. So give them a round of applause for anyone's here from that. Right, we'll move on. There's something I want to say. We all know what happened in the town yesterday when we had the stand up to racism coming to the town. And I know there's mixed views on us actually appearing there, but there's a reason for that. I will not stand by, as Liam won't stand by, and let everybody in this town be deemed as racist, fascist, Nazis. Now you may not think that it's a good look for us to go out and go against that, but we don't want that in the town. That's not what we're about. And we will keep pursuing that, because if they want to share their rhetoric, they do it elsewhere. Because we're all about keeping this town safe and keeping the migrants out of the camp. So please stand beside us with that. And there was fantastic support for some of you guys that actually came out. Now, the final note, I'm going to keep it quick today. We've all seen the presence of the migrants already walking about town with very little care. After my speech last week when I said, can you all be aware, can you all record stuff, can you all feed back information, I'm very much appreciated, because there is lots of information coming back from everybody. And just sitting down in your car, watching what goes on with this town is so important. So I just want to say massive thanks from the team, because you're all doing your bit and it's so much appreciated. Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys. Well done. Next on is someone who we always like to hear from. He's our local councillor. It's Mr. Andrew Wilson.
Thank you very much, Liam. I just want to thank you all for coming out today. Obviously, the weather is probably the most appalling that it's been, and thank you. Just going off what Gary's just said about what happened in the town centre yesterday, we have been criticised in the past for people from outside the town coming, and Stand Up to Racism have tried to characterise this town and these protests, in fact, as external protests. And what I'm looking around and seeing is Crowborugh people standing here today. What happened yesterday was Stand Up to Racism turned up. Stand Up to Racism has been around since 2013. They were formed by the Socialist Workers' Party, and they're funded by trade unions. So if there's anyone coming to the town from outside, it's not us, it's them, right? We have been dignified. There have been 0 arrests. One of them was arrested yesterday, so as far as my score sheet goes, it's 1-0 to us. I don't want to see this opposition to Crowborugh Camp turned into an ideological battle. It's not about that. It's about the Home Office doing something to this community which was not consulted on. We were not asked. The answer to the question, if they had asked us, is on the side of the van. And I am very, very proud of all of you. Please, if agitators do turn up in the town, don't engage with them. Try and ignore them. They're not welcome here. This is a community effort. You know, you are keeping this in the press. The protests are important. The legal case is important, and I will continue to represent you. I want to say a couple more things, and then I'll shut up, because it is freezing. But I'm disappointed in the district council for not communicating with you. And whilst I'm not a member of the administration, I am trying to give you as much information as possible. And to that end, there was a councillor from the administration on the radio on Friday. His name's Councillor Ian Tish, and he was talking on Ashdown Radio. You can find the interview there, but in that interview, he said that he was been told, or the district council has been told, that there are 80 people in that camp right now. And now, if that is accurate, that's 15% of what they're planning to put in there at full capacity. So just, there have been questions about how many are in there, how many are not in there. The number that was given by him as a member of the administration was 80, right? So it's obviously going to fill up a lot more. If there's any questions that you have for me, if you see me around, come and ask, come say hello. I'll continue to do what I can. Thank you for coming out, and see you next week.
Thank you, Andrew. Okay, we've got one more speaker. It's always a pleasure to introduce Sarah White to you. It's a friend of mine, and she's a friend of Crowborugh. Please put your hands together for Sarah.
Hi everyone. So yeah, I am an outsider, but what's going on in Crowborugh is happening nationwide. And when Stand Up to Racism want to come and counter-protest because you care so deeply about the safety and well-being of men, women and children, there's something wrong with them. They haven't got the brains they were born with, and they all need their meds checked. Every single one of you here today is a staunch British patriot. You care about our country, you want our borders protected, and you want us to be safe. You want to leave a safe, fair and secure future for our future generations, and there's nothing wrong with that. How many of you here today could go to Mexico without a passport, check into a 4-star hotel, have your food, drink, everything given to you, activities, not one. None of us could do that. So why is it acceptable for these undocumented men to break into our country and think that they can be put up in army barracks that should be for our veterans that sleep rough on the streets? To the police, now I know the police here, they're very, very polite, very accommodating, but to the police nationwide, I would question the oath that you swore. You swore an oath to protect the people of this nation. You didn't swear an oath to protect foreign invading army who are sexually charged. And to our local authorities and governments, you are there to protect the liberties of the people of this great nation. It should be country first, not party, and not the gravy train that you're all filling your pockets with. So Crowborugh, stand strong, because in our great British weather that is ours, it's not undocumented men's, this is our weather and we're proud of it. Stay strong, and I'll see you all soon.
Thank you, Sarah. Thank you to all the marshals today. We couldn't do it without you. Thank you to all the speakers. And most of all, thank you for all of you who come out here today. Guys, before we go, I've just been asked to mention our very own